turn back to the first alert weather because, Albert, you've been telling us every day it's creeping up, the storm chance, but also this heat.
So it's all because of the heat building ahead of our next front, which arrives on Sunday, while we're talking about at least a chance for some gusty thunderstorms on Sunday afternoon. Cloudy ground lightning, which is dangerous, and even some downpours and maybe some gusty winds, something we'll keep an eye on. Now tomorrow, an isolated chance of rain in the morning, mainly north of Chicago. A spot shower in the afternoon. Will be in the 70s in the morning, 90s in the afternoon. It's a hot, humid 4th of July. For the holiday weekend, it's 96, mainly dry on Saturday. Heat indices approaching 100, and then notice the temperatures drop on Sunday to 88. It's because of this. We've got rain in the forecast. The front is slowly going to push through the area throughout the entire day. That front allows lift in the atmosphere, taps in all that heat and moisture, and that's why we have scattered thunderstorms in the forecast. Again, some of which could be on the stronger side. Another night in the 80s here in Chicago. Suburbs right now are in the 70s, including 74 right now in Kankakee. We're dry at the moment. Notice these new thunderstorms developing between the Twin Cities and Madison. This is a disturbance that's going to continue to move off towards the south and southeast tonight, and it looks like a few find their way along the Wisconsin-Illinois state line first thing tomorrow morning. So right now we think tomorrow morning, that's 8 a.m. Best chance of rain is going to be north of Chicago, and then in the afternoon you'll see here a little spot shower possible. We're in the 90s for tomorrow. Not much wind, so we have that stagnant air mass. That's why we're going to have some elevated amounts of ozone pollution, so those with respiratory issues take note about that. Upper 80s as we head towards 8 o'clock tomorrow evening. For any kind of festivities you have tomorrow evening, we're mainly dry, we're mostly clear, it's just warm and muggy. And like we saw back on New Year's Eve with a stagnant air mass, fireworks smoke could allow for reduced air quality. Back on New Year's Eve around midnight, when people were popping their firecrackers, we had at one point down to unhealthy air quality in the red. That's possible again for tomorrow night based on the atmosphere. 96 degrees for your Saturday. Heat indices right around 100. And then come Saturday night into Sunday, we have scattered showers and storms in the forecast. The new projections are showing upwards of a half-inch of rainfall is going to be possible. A lot of this is going to fall on Sunday. And notice some isolated amounts like in Gary, maybe even up around Crystal Lake, McHenry, you could see even more than a half inch. So also brand new projections showing a mainly dry Saturday. And then Saturday night, it's a slow moving front coming in out of the west, scattered showers as we head towards Saturday night, and then more widespread showers and even thunderstorms during the daylight hours on Sunday. Here's why we're a little concerned for the chance of maybe some strong, potentially sub-severe weather. 5 o'clock, that front is still on our doorstep, so there's still a good amount of lift in our atmosphere, and that's why we're looking at a thunderstorm threat, something we'll keep an eye on in days to come. Of course, that would impact Chicago NASCAR Chicago. We'll blame it on Matt, though, right? Here's a check of the extended forecast with temperatures cooling behind that front in the mid-80s on Monday, and then back into the mid-80s with some storm chances around middle part of next week. Just got to watch out for downpours and lightning in particular on Sunday.